Welcome everyone to episode 1 of my, that's right, XCOM2 Long War of the Chosen. My name is Nick, otherwise known as Tequila. Hopefully my audio is okay. And yeah, I am your game show party host, your commander, the CEO, the COO, trying to beat a very difficult mod for XCOM. I said I was going to do it. I didn't know if I wanted to do it right away after finishing the last XCOM, but I've said, you know what, if I'm ever going to do it, now's probably the time, whilst I've still got the kind of XCOM bug, I suppose, while I've still got the kind of muscle memory almost, which could end up causing me a problem because they've changed so much in the Long War of the Chosen mod. Give me a sec, guys. I am having a bit of a technical issue, not with the mod, but with me setting up. So bear with me. I can't see the chat right now, but I am working on it. Just give me a sec. I didn't know I was going to stream today. It has kind of come a little bit out of nowhere a little bit. But bear with me again. Hopefully you can all hear me well. I don't know. I don't know if my mic's too loud. It seems to be, maybe it's a bit too loud, my mic. If you could let me know. Not that I can check. Give me a sec, and I'll have the chat up in a second for you. But how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. I have got a lot of the roster already that I've imported from other playthroughs. So I've got some of the characters from the last playthrough we just finished. I've got some characters through an earlier playthrough. I've got even some characters that I've created for my single-player games of famous people that most of you will have heard of. There's some wrestlers in there. There's some movie stars in there. And we'll add as we go. So this is meant to be a proper playthrough, but it could end up being a let's try, because if it's something I don't enjoy, like if I think the mod's not very good, or I think it's frustrating or whatever, then we'll have to go from there. But I did play the original Long War on the original game. Can hear me fine, thank you. I did play the original Long War, like I say, on the original XCOM, but I haven't played Long War on XCOM2. So I know they've changed certain mechanics, but I'm not sure to what level. I just know that it's harder, and I've been told that that I need to play it on difficulty lower than I would the normal game. So we'll be playing this on Veteran, not Commander, because Commander is meant to be for people who play on Impossible on the normal base game, which I don't do. So we'll see how we get on. It could be that I'll have the absolute hell beaten out of me, which could easily happen, because even though I know XCOM 2 very well, the mechanics, the base mechanics, some of that might still apply to the game. Some of it might still apply, but there's going to be a part of it that probably won't apply as well. And so I might have bad habits that I use in my normal XCOM game that I bring across and could end up maybe causing me some problems. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose, won't we? But yeah. Right, let me quickly check the chat. Let me put on the game volume first of all. Okay, I think I've sorted out the issue I was having. Like I say, my mic was going into the red a lot, and I don't know why. I haven't touched these settings at all. Let's see how the volume is. Is it going to blast me like it normally does? And that sounds okay to me. This isn't an XCOM channel. It really isn't. But like I say, it's because people have asked me to do this mod more than once, and I've always kind of said, and it is a big commitment, and I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to hammer this out every night like I would a normal playthrough, because it's going to be such a long playthrough that it could take us a long time to do. So I'm going to do it when I feel like, rather than promising. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do Long War every night. I'll try if I can, maybe to set up a schedule or something. We'll see. But let's see how we get on. Let's see if it's any good. Let's see how hard it is. Let me check people in the chat quickly. My normal loyal soldiers are in the chat. Big up, guys. Cuva says, good luck, Tech. Made it episode 1 to just iron out any problems. After all, you can't rush a Long War. Yes. As always, when you do mod the game, there can be issues. Now, I've done more or less a clean slate with my mods. I got rid of pretty much all my mods because I was having issues getting it to work at the start. So I just said screw it, and I deleted all my mods, and I just started from scratch. Downloaded obviously the Long War mod, downloaded a couple of suggested mods in the collection that make it run a bit better and to do stuff like that. I added a couple of cosmetic mods that I remember, but there's a whole bunch of them I don't remember, so some of the characters might look a little weird in the game, so be warned. Some of the characters I'm porting through from some of the older playthroughs might look a little weird, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I've got a mod on which is randomize, so if a character comes in and doesn't look right, I can just hit the randomize button and change what they look like. So we can do that if we have to. But we'll add characters as we go as well. Ryan wants Roman Reigns. I can certainly make a Roman Reigns. That's not a problem. You're always going to stream this game. I was probably going to stream some more XCOM at some point. But I wasn't really planning to go right into another series of XCOM. And this is going to be a long series. Assuming I don't get brutally murdered, because if I get brutally murdered, it won't be a long series at all. And I've got no idea really what to expect, other than my little bit of experience with the first Long War, which is a completely different game. It's Long War off the first XCOM game. Whether or not they've taken a lot of stuff from that, I think they have. I think a lot of the character classes are the same from Long War 1. So some of it might be a bit familiar to me, but not all of it. But big up to Cheryl and Ryan. Big up to Alan as well and Cuva. Hey guys. People saying hi to each other. Big up Carl. Thank you for joining me, Carl. Alan says hopefully Rico is back the apple in the alien's eye. I don't think he's going to be as powerful in this game. I think it's a different kind of game. This you use a lot more soldiers in the base XCOM. You can get by with maybe 20-25 soldiers max. In this, I think there's so many mechanics in this game that we're going to end up. It's going to be a bit of trial and error. I'm gonna make massive mistakes in this playthrough, 100%. There's going to be stuff that I don't know what ability that does. What does that alien do? And I'm going to have some moments where I get absolutely murdered because an alien or enemy is going to do something, and I'll have no idea that they've got that ability, and I'll only know that they can do it after they've done it. So you can see the problem, can't you? I'm only going to know that they can do the ability after I've seen them do it, after I've already been affected by it. Alan's got a couple of characters in the game. Johnny Rico is in the game, and Alan as Tango Fett is in the game. Cheryl Tom Hardy's in the game, and I've made a version of you, but I didn't know exactly what to make you look like, so I can adapt that if required. Shall I go make Roman Reigns for Ryan? Let's go and make Roman Reigns. Whilst we all bed into this, I'll go and make Roman Reigns for Ryan. As best a version of Roman Reigns I can make. And again, don't expect great things. I'm not good at this stuff. I do know that he is a male, I think. I guess he's a male, right? Maybe. That doesn't look like Roman Reigns, does it? Nationality? Well, he's Samoan, isn't he? Is Samoa in it? Is Samoa in this game? No, it's not. He's going to have to be American, doesn't he? Voice, French 5? No.
On the move.
That doesn't sound like Roman Reigns, but never mind. Like I say, this is not going to be a character-heavy game. Like, I'm not that guy to make all the characters. That's something like Pete or maybe Com to do, not me. And they're not really around at the minute, so. So this is more about like the playthrough of the game rather than the characters, because I don't know the characters the game well enough to, you know. Because most likely all these guys are going to get brutally murdered. So Um, obviously, I've got to do something about what he looks like. I realise he doesn't look like Roman Reigns at all. What does Roman Reigns look like? He's a pretty boy, isn't he? Okay, let's start with the hair. They don't have that many long hairs in the games for guys. It must be said. I did download a pack where there's lots of hairs. I mean, that's not particularly Roman Reigns hair either. I might not have Roman Reigns hair. We might have to just go with, you know, like I said, I downloaded some cosmetic mods, but I didn't download every single cosmetic mod there is. Just wanted, you know, decent selection. So no, his hair's always long and wet. Roman Reigns has always got long, wet hair. I don't think there's any wet hair in the game. Yeah, generally I'll be doing this off stream, but because Ryan's asked, before I started, I am going to try. Though it might just have to be something like this. No, he hasn't got long curly hair. Is there no just like long? Is there no like long straight hair for a dude? John Cena is in the game though. Yeah, it might have to be. Yeah, I think you're right, Alan. It's gonna have to be, I think, in the ponytail. Yeah. Race. Well, he's Samoan, isn't he? He's not black. I mean, I only get 4 choices. I guess this is the closest, I suppose. Again, you know, I don't get loads of faces here, so it's like, which one looks like the most like Roman Reigns? If your answer is none of them, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, none of them particularly look like Roman Reigns. This is what I mean. Rolf Harris's Nick. Wow. I ain't touching that. Cole. I mean, this is probably the kind of best you're gonna get. You know, I haven't really got the tools for it, like, to make it particularly that much better. It looks more like Elias than Roman Reigns. But you know, it is what it is. I can always come back and change them later if I find a better version, but I don't want to spend like all stream doing this. But there is at least Roman's in the game, a version of Roman. Again, I haven't got that many tools to work with, so I don't know what more I can probably do. I can change his skin colour to make him a bit, I guess, darker. Like I say, I think, you know, this is probably the best it's going to get, guys, because I'm not this CAW person who can. This really is not my forte. I don't think I've got anything like his wrestling attire. I might be able to find some kind of bottoms that's similar to him. Could put him in his shield gear. Yeah, I should put him in his shield gear. Echo, Lima, shield. I'll see if I can maybe download some more cosmetic mods at some point to give me more options, because there isn't really that many options. I don't think I can even not have a. I don't think I can even. That's probably the best you're gonna get. You need to have black bottom, but I don't think there is any. You guys are dark. Oh, yeah. Durnan. He needs tattoos, really. I don't think I can give him tattoos. I don't know. I can't give him tattoos on the chest. There's no way of doing it. That would be the best you're gonna get. Like I say, this is gonna be the best that I personally can do. Without the help of like Pete or Com or guys who are good at this stuff, I can only do what I can do. So, you know, he's the closest roaming range as you're going to get from me. So I hope that's good enough, Ryan. But he's in the game. I'm not going to show you the characters, you'll be surprised. A lot of them are characters who are in wrestling. A lot of them are characters from films and video games. A couple of them are old characters that you guys have given me before. And some of them might look a little different than you remember because I don't think I've got the same mods. So we'll have to tweak things as we go. But let's not worry about it so far. Right, so Roman Reigns, that's another soldier. I think we've got a squad of about 60 or 70. That sounds like a lot, but that might not be enough. So if you guys want characters, put them in the chat and I'll do my best. Or send me a message or the channel a message, and I'll see about making them when I can. Right, so let's start Long War of the Chosen. So I'm going to be playing this game probably a bit slower because I don't know what to expect. So I'm going to be maybe not asking you guys, but I'm going to be umming and ahhing maybe a bit more than normally I would because I do not know all of the mechanics. So this is almost like a let's try really because I'm going to be figuring it out as I go. Right, so we're playing on Veteran. Because you're meant to play on the level below you play the normal game. I play on Commander. That's where my skill level is, I think. So we're playing on Veteran. And remember, this is my first time playing, so it's going to be hard enough me not knowing how stuff works. Advanced options. I'm going to leave this alone, I think. Yeah, there's stuff you can do here to make the game easier or harder. I'm just going to leave this stuff alone for my first playthrough. Yes, John Cena and Roman Reigns are both in the game. They're in the character pool anyway. I'm not going to put Iron Man on. Not when you mod the game, because loads of stuff can go wrong. So we don't need Iron Man. I've got discipline. I can have my own Iron Man. I don't have to rely on that. I suppose we'll put the DLC. I guess. Even though you know I hate the rulers. Johnny Rico's in the game. I don't even know who that is, Alan. You'd have to tell me who it is first. So I got an idea of what I'm making. You'll have to send me a picture or something on WhatsApp. I don't. Who is that? John Raskak. Raskak. Jean Raskak. Oh, is that Michael Ironside's character? Raskak. Oh, is that Michael Ironside's character? I didn't know his name was Jean. Okay. Raftat Arush. That's where I know it from. Okay, let's get going. Also, my computer might run this a bit not as good as the normal game because it struggles a bit more with this, I've noticed. I guess there's more going on behind the scenes.
You seeing this? Way too much security, even for Advent.
That's no ordinary gene therapy.
I can add him, Alan, yeah.
Telling the truth.
Yeah. I know who you mean now, so I can add him, yeah.
Really obvious trap. We'd need an army to march in there right now.
Send me him on WhatsApp, Alan, so I remember.
Outrider, this is Central. Go.
I don't think his first name's ever mentioned, Alan, in the film. I don't remember him. There's no new cutscenes or anything with this mod, just for the record. So you're not getting any new content when it comes to any story or cutscenes. That stuff's all kind of the same, but it's the rest of the game is different. Also, guys, like I said, don't expect me to binge this every night because it won't happen. It's too long. It's going to be too long a playthrough for me to like binge it. It'll be played when I feel like it, kind of thing. On this account, on this one.
Mistakes are bound to happen.
It wasn't our fault. Please.
I'm actually quite dreading this, if I'm honest, guys, because I've heard horror stories about this mod, so I'm expecting it to absolutely murder me.
Did you say something? You're one of those. You must understand.
Yes, he's already in the game, Alan. Dutch is already in the game.
Outrider, report.
So, you do exist. Outrider to Avenger.
The interesting thing is you start with like 8 characters. There's a lot more characters in this.
Always sure.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know, Ryan. I don't know, mate. I've done a couple of episodes. I don't know if it's the kind of game that people want to watch me stream.
Understood.
I could do some more.
Now
Bit.
the real war.
When I, you know, if I want to chill, then I don't mind doing it now and again. I just don't know if it's a proper game to have a series on because there's no kind of, I don't know. We'll see.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the.
How are you doing? I don't know how your weekend's been. It was my birthday yesterday. Where's all my presents for my soldiers? I didn't get any presents for my soldiers. Well, Alan got me 2K. Is that a present or is that just him torturing me? No, he got me 2K.
At the new facility
Bless
in
him.
Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Oh, Tottenham couldn't ruin my bet. They couldn't. They haven't got that power over me, Ryan, anymore.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest Only together can we build a better.
Was this cutscene always this long, or am I just impatient?
You were right. Definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gate crasher. 60 seconds.
Maybe I should skip the cutscenes. I don't know. Most of you guys have already seen me play this. And like I say, the story is exactly the same. It's the gameplay and everything is going to be different, not the story. Yep, just turned 21.
Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
We do play GM mode, yeah. We don't really play the game tag team matches, really. I don't like the gameplay that much to really do that much. But we play the GM mode because that's funny. You are going to see different loading screens and stuff like that. I noticed the loading screens are different. There you go. Look at this. See, normally you only start with 4 soldiers, but on this mission you start with like, I think it's like 8. I am very nervous about playing this. You've got 2K26 2 gents. Poor you, Carl. Feel bad for you, mate. Okay, welcome to the first mission of Long War of the Chosen. The objective is to kill all the enemies. Okay? So this is not like the original game where you've got to plant the explosives then. This is just to kill all the enemies. Note that this is one of the few missions that allows for retrieval of enemy corpses. That's different. Which are needed for research and building many items. Kills with explosions destroy corpses in Long War of the Chosen. Right, so you don't want to go overboard with explosives. Right, so right away, look at the differences. As I said, this game does not run as smoothly for me with this mod installed. I don't know why, it just doesn't. So I've got a whole bunch of stats here. So I think that these 2 yellow things are armor. So it's like having extra health. I think they've changed the way armor works on this game. So the first 2 damage that these characters take will be absorbed by this, and then it goes away. So it's like having extra health. I think this just stops your guys from being injured as often. As for the stats, I think it's got stuff like damage of the gun you've got, aim. So it actually shows aim. Because every character in this mod has got different stats. So no 2 characters are actually ever the same, which is good. Generally, it's more realistic. I think that's movement as well. So, right, let's see which characters are actually starting on the game. So we've got Brett the Hitman Hart, who was who was Maximus's character in the last playthrough. He ended up being a cybertive. He's a rookie in this game. We've got King Willie. If people remember King Willie was Com's character from the original XCOM 2 playthrough. I've still got him in my folder, and I've added him. So Com's old character, King Willie, is in the game. I don't know if he looks the same. He might not look the same as he was, because like I say, I haven't got all the mods anymore. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We've got, that's right, Trinity, Carrie-Anne Moss. So Carrie-Anne Moss from the Matrix films is one of our characters, Trinity. We've got Blaine Cooper from Predator. So we've got Jesse Ventura's character from Predator. They start with different hit points as well. I've just noticed that he's only got 3 hit points. Wow, so he's squishy. Jesse the Body's character squishy. So they start with different... As I said, they start with all different stats. So Jesse the Body's character's only got 3 health. That's very worrying. Ada Wong from the Resident Evil games is in this game. And Gan Cleric. Gan's character, Kuva's character Gan, one of our surviving characters, one of the characters in the last playthrough, is in this game as well. And there you go, Ryan's favourite, John Cena, is in the game as well in the first mission. And also, as I said, there's so many characters. Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat is in this game. I told you that it's all characters I've added from my old save games. Right, so that's the starting characters. So there you go. Okay, so the objective of this mission is just to kill everything, basically.
I go where I'm needed.
Right, so our Templar is Trinity. So Trinity from the Matrix is a Templar. Huh, interesting. They're all going to be rookies with terrible aim, so... I mean, Ada Wong's got aim 61. That's bad. Gan's got 63. That's not that much better either.
Roger that.
Cena's got 63. So the aim, these aims look really bad. So far, I'm not loving this group. Right, so the map goes... Okay, so the map goes up here.
Affirmative. Moving out. Got it.
I'm too busy elaborating my chiseled arse for the mission. I'm sure you'll be in this game at some point, Alan.
As you order, Commander. An alien patrol.
Look at this! There's bloody 6 enemies there! The first group I've run across and there's a group of 6 enemies.
Confirmed.
Rolling.
Talk about throwing you in the deep end. 6 enemies. See, I've heard about this mod, about what it does. I've got more soldiers, but they've got more soldiers. Bloody hell! And there's a new enemy type there. This little drone. I remember seeing these drones.
Confirmed. Headed there now.
Rolling out.
clear now.
Position confirmed.
Somehow, someone from High Command is trying to woo me back, saying I won that war all while my back is turned and I'm naked. Don't be surprised if all these characters get killed, because like I say, this is a new game to me. There's new mechanics. Some part of it is the same, of course. I'm still going to be trying to use full cover at every opportunity, of course I am. But there's a bunch of enemies here who can all do different things. And there's other mechanics that I haven't even talked about yet called Gray's mechanic, which I don't think I like much. So, right away I've noticed something different. So the Templar here has got an ability called Throw Knife. There's knives in the game. I can throw a knife. I've got so much to learn about this game. So we've got an officer, 2 troopers and a surveillance drone. Which has got an armour. Oh, okay. Okay, they're right next to me.
Roger that.
Okay. Well, I think we've got to grenade. Okay, so I'm going to stick everyone on Overwatch.
I'm on it. Got it covered.
Scanning.
Overwatch on the majority of these guys.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
As you can see, I've got so many more characters to control as well. Trinity's our Templar. I'm not going to put her on Overwatch. Also, they've made changes to all the special soldiers as well. So the Templar no longer has 100% chance to hit. I can't tell you how much of a nerf that is for her character. To not have 100% guaranteed chance to hit as a Templar, that's one of the things that make Templars so good. The fact that they couldn't miss. Ever. But now they can miss. Right, so I'm going to grenade with Ada Wong here. I can only get 3 of them, unfortunately, but here we go. Let's go. So we're going to grenade, and then everyone's going to go on Overwatch.
Multiple targets neutralized. They spotted us.
And we killed 2 of them. We grenades. New enemy drone. Advent drones are hardy robotic scouts with high detection range and crowd control weapon. They are often found patrolling alone and can appear inside buildings and on rooftops. So they're surveillance units really then.
You can't handle me. I skirted rest yet.
I am trusting you.
Okay, well, that went pretty well.
The recovery was successful.
The grenade did more damage than I expected as well. The grenade did like 5 damage. Like I say, they've changed the damage values of a lot of things as well.
Moving out.
That's affirmative.
Okay, but that's the first group of 4.
I've got eyes on Advent troops.
Oh my god, there's another group of 6! New enemies, Advent Infantry. Advent now fields a variety of infantry units in addition to the basic troops. Sentries, who are in blue, specialise on Overwatch. Gunners, who are in green, sport a high damage cannon with suppression capabilities. Grenadiers, oh god. Grenadiers use a grenade launcher for crowd control and damage. Oh my god. Right, we need to kill grenade launchers then every time we see them. And Rocketeers, orange, are fire high accuracy. Oh my god. Right, so we need to kill Rocketeers and Grenadiers then. Otherwise they'll blow our guys to shreds. Wow. Okay. You missed, Kiva. Alright, let's take a look at these enemies, shall we? Advent Gunner. Right, Advent Engineer. I wonder if that means like a technician kind of enemy. Am I scared? I don't know if I'm scared. I'm apprehensive. I'm not used to dealing with groups of 4 enemies, but I'm also not used to having like 8 soldiers either. So this is why it's a very different kind of game. I'm used to smaller skirmishes.
No problem, boss.
There's also this thing called Greys that I don't think I like it. There's a 20% chance that he will take half damage. The thing is, I can't use too many explosives either.
On your order.
The fact is, they've given me some new tools though. So I've got this flashbang here, for example. Every soldier's got a flashbang grenade. So I think this game's a lot more about crowd control than the original XCOM was. See, I'm gonna flashbang grenade, and I'm gonna debuff all 4 of these guys. So whichever ones survive should have a much lower chance of hitting me next turn. But my shot, excuse me, my chance to hit is really low. The Templar can't even get close enough.
That's a long run.
Yeah, this is not a particularly good place to be in, to fight them in.
Affirmative.
Because I've got to be mindful that there's guys here who've got grenades. The sentry, I think, is the Overwatch. The gunner, I think the gunner's got suppression, and they said the trooper's the normal guy. Don't ask me for advice, Tech. The only thing I have to offer is don't play on legend difficulty. I wasn't going to. I lost my entire roster by mission 7. Great.
Moving to designated coordinates.
It's a difficult one because the game says don't use grenades on this mission, right? But it's like they're all bunched up. How can I not use a grenade? I mean, actually, there's actually no point me using a grenade on that one. But I'm really scared now of being grenaded to death myself because we're all on the bloody roof.
Here I come.
I guess we just start shooting them, I guess. I guess we just start shooting them.
Come on, focus.
Okay, but that's not a very good start, is it? Okay, so this is this Graze stuff, right? So he took 2 damage instead of a full amount because of this Graze nonsense. So I don't like it. These aren't good chances to hit though. Okay, as you can see, I'm just missing it. I'm just missing all my shots. I could end up getting brutally murdered here because
Moving to position.
I haven't managed to kill any of them. I've just missed everything. I've got the high ground, right? And I'm missing all my shots. We're in a really bad position. This could be a wipe already because I don't know if these guys have got grenades. I've missed all my shots. I haven't managed to kill any of them because I've missed everything. I've done everything I can. Okay, well, he's shooting. I mean, I did use a flashbang at least. Okay.
How many is that now? That's it, I'm out.
Okay, killed 1 at least. So the engineer here is on Overwatch. Again, these are terrible chances to hit.
That is not good.
Seems doable.
Yeah, I know that the Grey's mechanics kind of like I just seem to be missing everything. The chances to hit are so low. I've got high ground, it just doesn't seem to be making a difference. I know why. Right. So... So, they've changed the defense values. I've just noticed. So, low cover in baseline XCOM is 20 defense. Or it's percentage. And the high cover is 40%. So they've upped it. They've upped low cover to 30%. That's why the chances are lower. They've made cover better. I mean, it works for me as well. Big up to the Rufus24. If you kill with grenades on missions such as this, you will lose corpses. Yeah, they said that at the start. But it's better to get the kill than risk the... Yeah. Yeah. The problem I've got is that this engineer's on Overwatch. Though he is still disorientated, so maybe see really I want to kill another one of them at least. Okay, I mean, I'm missing 50% though. These are not 20% shots I'm missing 50% shots again and again. So maybe I'm just being really unlucky as well, or I'm playing it wrong. But surely I should not be missing all these 50%. I'm gonna have to flashbang again. I mean, that's why they've given me all of these flashbangs, right? To do this. But Cena can't do anything. You can't do anything this turn.
My life is in your hands.
So Trinity here is not a Templar, sorry, she's a Reaper. Yeah, see, if I grenade them both, I can kill them, as Rufus just said, but I won't get any corpses. I mean, I have, I flashed two of them again. Okay, let's see if we can kill him then. I've already flashbanged the other two again. Okay, that was good.
Tell your gods I'm coming.
Okay. Reload.
Ready to engage.
Okay, so he hit her. Okay, so we took some damage, but she was protected by her plating, I think it's called. See, do I go really aggressive here? She's only got 4 health now because she's lost the plating. I could go really aggressive.
Let's do this.
That makes them move. Okay. Well, that makes them not shoot, you mean? Well, no, one of them's still shot, but... 53% chance to hit, and then the greys is 20%. I can't... The grey stuff is... I need to... Okay. Well, that was good.
I'm on it. Advent troops here.
Oh, what? Great. Yeah, so I'm just not used to so many enemies at once. It's just it's different. Has anyone got a character at this point? Yeah, Kuva's character's in the game. Bret Hart is in the game, who was Maximus's character. He's in the game. I told you it's nice. They're not all my characters. Some of our characters that I've made, and some are characters who are in some of the older games. I've just imported them all into one game file. So. You get a lot more loot, I've noticed as well. A lot more loot. Yeah, so high cover is 45%. Wow. So high cover's is even more important than ever before. A 45%. So if you've got somebody who's got 90 aim, they're still only going to hit you half the time. Behind full cover. Rufus says, but since they move, you could hit with Overwatch with the rest. Oh, so you flashbang them and then you set the other guys on Overwatch. So if you flashbang them, they're guaranteed to move, like every time.
I'm on it.
I mean, even 39% chance, and this is with high ground as well. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I didn't go too aggressive because... Yeah, see, if she wouldn't have taken a hit, I could have been a bit more aggressive with her, but I don't want to lose our Reaper. You put a guy in their position to flank the enemy, then you Overwatch with the other guy as they move because when they get flanked. I'm struggling to kill this trooper, really. I can just take some pot shots, but that's all they are, pot shots. Oh, well done. She actually hit. Fair play. Fair play, she actually hit. Normally I wouldn't take shots like this, but because he's only down to 4 health. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Is hunker down still double the defense? So if I hunker down, is he going to give me 60 defense? Increases defense by 30 and dodge by 50. Only works in cover. Does not put out burning. Oh, they've changed that then. So how do you put the flames out now then? Because it used to be you hunker down and you stop burning. So if I hunker down, I'll have 75. I'll have 60 defense. Yeah, I think it really does. Throw knife. Throws a single throwing knife at the target. Breaks concealment, but not shadow. Oh. So the Reaper can throw knives at people. The Reaper can throw knives at people 4 times. And if she throws a knife, it doesn't break concealment. Oh, sorry, it does break concealment, but not shadow. So if she uses it, she won't reveal herself. But if somebody else uses it, they will. They've changed a lot. They've changed an awful lot. Water or med pack? There's water in the game. Well, like you carry water with you. Is that what you mean? Interesting. Oh, it only lasts. They've changed so much. Oh, you mean if you find the pool? Oh, okay. So if you actually go into water or something. Oh, that's good. That's new. They've changed the Reaper so much. So if you go into Shadow, it only lasts for 2 turns. Wow. Okay. That's a nerf. Because it used to be that you could stay in shadow as long as you wanted. Interesting. There's so much to learn about this game. They've changed so many mechanics. This mod. There's only one of them left though. Has he got a grenade on him? He's a trooper. I don't think so. I don't think so, but I don't know for sure. Let's get behind some full cover, because now that full cover is 45 defense, it means that they're going to need some kind of crack shot to hit me behind full cover. Yeah, so the advanced trooper here, I can see their stats. The advanced trooper's got 65 aim. So that means that surely he's got a 20% chance of making a shot on a guy behind full cover. So if I go into concealment here.
Let the hunt begin. I'm on the move.
Okay, so I can actually sneak up on this dude. He won't know I'm there. Okay, so he took a shot at the character behind half cover, which makes sense because that was the easiest shot for him to make. But even that, because cover's now gone up to 30, with his 65 aim, he still only had a 35% chance of hitting her. So I can see already that it's different tactically. What they've done is they've made cover so much more important by buffing it. Especially the half cover. The half cover going from 20 to 30 is massive. When in concealment, you can just throw the knife without revealing yourself. Yeah. Okay. So if I go here, I should be able to throw the knife at him without revealing myself, right? This is going to be a bit of trial and error, guys. It's just going to be me figuring out what I can and can't do. Okay. So if I throw the knife at him, 100% chance to hit. It's because I'm flanked. 2 to 4 with a 50% crit chance. So maybe I'll just throw the knife and he'll die. Oh wow!
Positive confirmation. Area secured. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Okay. I've got an awful lot to learn about this mod. The interesting thing is the full cover buff has only gone up by 5%. It's the half cover that they've put it up to 30%. So that means even getting behind half cover is worth it. Because that jump from 20 to 30%, that's a 50% increase in the potency for low cover. The high cover's gone up by 5. See, maybe they should. I guess they thought if it was 50% behind full cover, maybe they thought that was too powerful. But they've still upped it to 45%. So yeah, if you've got a guy who's got 90 aim, which most soldiers probably won't have, even at 90, they're only going to be able to hit you half the time. Yeah, obviously the Reaper's got very unique mechanics now. I'm going to miss her just staying. I am going to miss her staying in shadow the whole map though, just blowing up cars, which is what she did in the last playthrough. I wonder if she's still got that ability. I mean, obviously that went well, but I mean, it's early days. Let's not get carried away. And I still missed a lot of shots. It's still working out what, you know. We haven't even got to the big changes on the tactical layout, of which I know it's extremely different on the tactical side. The world map's extremely different. We're going to see a bunch of promotions to all new classes, but they've changed all the classes. Okay, so everyone got promoted other than the Reaper, which makes sense because she already starts as a extra level. Blaine Cooper is going to be... Can I not promote them from this screen anymore? I can't. Interesting. Okay. I can't promote them from this screen anymore. And 2 more characters. So everybody got a promotion other than the Reaper. Rewards. A scope. Increase aim by 4. Whoa. Increase aim by 4 for non-reaction fire shots. So this does not apply to Overwatch. Wow. I played the first Long War many years ago, Rufus. Many years ago. On the first game, XCOM Enemy Unknown. I played the Long War on that a long time ago. And I remember a couple of changes they've probably carried over. I think I remember that they raised the defense in Long War as well. I think. They made cover more potent. I'm trying to remember what else they did. It was a long, long time ago. Many, many years ago. Maybe 10 years ago plus. I've never played the Long War 2. So I've never played Long War of the Chosen. I've never played Long War 2 on XCOM 2. But I played Long War on the first game. A scope is different, so only when you aim. I guess that makes sense. If it's a reaction shot like an Overwatch shot, I guess the idea is you can't steady the gun long enough. So they've actually changed scope to only apply to normal shots. Ooh. Don't know how I feel about that. Ancient datapad, is that the same thing? Yes, so you gain intel. Okay, so that works the same. PCS speed, +1 mobility. Okay, I think that looks like that does the same. Rufus24 says, that's funny, I never got around to playing the first XCOM game, but played way too much standard long one XCOM 2. Yeah. I played Long War obviously before XCOM 2 came out. But not long before XCOM 2 came out. I don't even think I finished it. I think I played it a little bit and then the XCOM 2 came out and then I just went over to that. So you get supplies from the missions. Interesting. I found 25 supplies. I found alien... Oh. So I found alien alloys and Illyrium on the actual mission itself. And the corpses apparently you don't get many of anymore. So these corpses... We probably shouldn't sell any of these corpses then, guys. The chances are I'm not going to get many. Based upon that. Okay, Sonya Blade and Bret Hart have begun a budding romance. Sure.
If I were to poll our listeners, news of dead aliens would be high on the list of things they love to hear. So, with that in mind, it is my
Have they done new voice lines?
that the human resistance movement, led by the intrepid forces of XCOM,
This isn't in the normal game, this voice.
hello today to the alien scum of Advent.
Wow. They actually added voice acting into the game. The mod added voice acting. I'm quite impressed.
From what I've seen, you could use the practice.
That was different. That voice is not in the normal game. Whoever that was, fair play. Kiva says, the Reaper seems to be a really aggressive flanker and less of a hidden scout now. I actually like this change, more powerful on a turn, but also limited time, like it. Yeah, it's going to be a different way of playing her rather than just... As you said, using her as like an advanced scout. I guess that's not what she's there for anymore. Rufus says, the supplies and corpses you get from special missions. So you've really got to be really careful with the corpses. It's making me wish I didn't use the grenade right at the start then. I should have just started shooting right at the start. I shouldn't have used the grenade at the start. Probably cost me a couple of corpses. Welcome to Long War of the Chosen. Long War of the Chosen is a complete overhaul to XCOM 2. War of the Chosen that makes the campaign more challenging and feel like a guerrilla war. You can disable the tutorial, no thank you, via change difficulty advanced options in the game menu. No, I need the tutorial so I can know what I'm doing.
Incoming transmission.
Oh, there you go, Kuva. Gan has formed a potential relationship with John Cena. I know how much that Kuva likes John Cena, so I'm going to make this romance happen. You don't mind that, do you? Let's put John Cena with Gan. Gan, Cleric, and John Cena. I'm even going to show the poster for them for comedy reasons. There you go. There you go. John Cena and Gang Cleric. Shouldn't that be sunny with Brett? He has been seeing some sunny days as of late, Alan. There you go. So Johnny Rico will not be dating Gan Cleric in this playthrough. Gan has gone with Cena. Right, let's do some of these promotions, I suppose. We'll start off with just Sonya Blade, because she's at the top. So, Sonya, I choose you for Mortal Kombat. Kill her off, I'm out. Nah, you don't mean that. Pistol abilities. Pistol abilities are available to all your soldiers once you have built the training center, except for Sparks. They work with pistols and auto pistols. What do you mean pistol ability? I don't really understand what they mean by this. Pistol abilities. Oh! What's this? All pistol shots have no long range penalty. So every character can use a pistol. No matter what character you can equip with a pistol. That actually makes sense, actually. Why would not every character be able to use a pistol? Thanks, Rufus. I do have plenty of questions, but it's one of the things that I'll figure out what I can, but if there's something that I blatantly just don't understand, I will certainly ask around. So yeah, I appreciate that. So every character can use a pistol, and there's pistol abilities for every character. Clutch shot. Once per mission, fire a pistol shot that cannot miss. That could be really useful if you've got a tough enemy who's barely got any hit points. You can. So these can be used with did it say SMGs as well? So submachine guns and pistols. But you can only use them if you've got a pistol. Quick draw, that's the same as the other version, isn't it? Oh no, quick draw negates the mobility penalty for carrying a pistol. You get a mobility penalty for carrying a pistol. And throwing your pistol with the first action no longer ends your turn. That's what the normal version does. Lightning hands. I know what that is. That does the same thing. Fire your pistol, it doesn't use an action. A gunslinger. Enter a specialized form of Overwatch. While active, take a reaction shot with your primary weapon against any enemy that moves or attacks in a 7-tile radius. This shot is guaranteed to hit and crit. A guaranteed critical hit with a pistol. Bloody hell, this is a lot to take in. This is a lot to take in. So, does that mean that you can just turn any character into a pistol character then? Or is it... Face Off is the same, fires once every... I mean, I loved pistols in XCOM 2. I love pistol characters. Yeah, so a lot of these moves are the same ones you can use. I just find it weird that they've actually got their own tree for it. Is this for every character? Or is it because of her... Is it because of her character in particular? Okay, so the Shinobi character gets a form of concealment as well. Pistol abilities can be used as a great addition to some classes. In most cases, it's not worth it. I can't learn them until I get the training center anyway, according to this. Okay. Up next, we've got Bret Hart. Who's going to be... Bret Hart's going to be a... Oh, that's pretty funny. Bret Hart's a sharpshooter. Of course he is. Bret the Hitman Hart is a sharpshooter. Nice. Thank you, game. How have they changed the sharpshooters? I couldn't use sharpshooters in my last playthrough, obviously. What? Holo target? What the hell? Holo target your enemy to grant an aim bonus to all attacks. So holo target is just an ability now that the sharpshooter has. So what, he like marks the target then? Wow, okay. That's changing how you use sharpshooters a bit then. The sharpshooters are not just there then to do long range shots. They've actually got like, you can get them to mark targets for your allies. Interesting. King Willie, Com's old character. I think the outfit he had was different, but I think the face is the same. He's an assault. Oh, he's using a shotgun. Com will be happy that his old character is using a shotgun. Of course he's using a shotgun. Fire your arc thrower to... The arc thrower from the first XCOM game is in this game. It was in the first... I'm remembering now. It was in the first XCOM, arc thrower. I think in Long War they buffed it in Long War, so they've kept it in this game, an arc thrower. Interesting. Okay. Run and gun. Oh, they get that from the start. That's very nice. So run and gun's really good. Dedication. Oh, wow. A free action, so you have to activate it, grants 2 mobility and ignore reaction fire for the rest of the turn. Has a 4-turn cooldown. Ooh. So Overwatch shots won't count on him, but he can only use it once every 4 turns. And it gives 2 mobility as well. So basically, if you can't quite reach somebody, you can activate this and then you can run up to them. Wow. It's not quite the arc thrower you remember. It's a long-range stun gun. That when hit stuns for a turn. So it gives something for the shotgunner to do if he's too far away. I suppose that makes sense. I guess stunning an enemy for a turn is certainly worth it, especially if you can't get near to them. Interesting. I imagine the chance isn't high for a stun though. I'm going to guess it's 50-50 at best. There's so much to go into here, guys. Like, this is going to be just me learning, isn't it? There's so much to go into here. So the XCOM tree is the random tree as normal. And then the pistol tree, again, is another optional tree. Wow. Okay. Okay, this is Jesse Ventura's character from Predator. Who's he going to be? He's going to be a gunner. Of course he's going to be a gunner. Of course Blaine's going to be a gunner. What do the gunners do in this game then? Remind me. Knife fighter. Attack an adjacent enemy with your knife. So it's a melee. So you actually get to do a melee attack. So he starts off with suppression, and he starts area suppression. Fires a barrage that pins down multiple targets within a 4-tile radius. Granting reaction fire against anyone that moves. So he's crowd control. Interesting. God, there is a lot, isn't there? There's a lot. I am fine. I'm being honest, guys. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm a little bit overwhelmed by the depth of the amount of changes they've made. So yeah, the XCOM tree is just randomness, which all the soldiers get. So that's okay. So they're abilities that can appear from any other tree. So this is where the uniqueness comes from then. This XCOM tree is the uniqueness tree. These abilities will always be the same. The first two will always be the same. Wow, okay. Ada Wong's going to be a grenadier. I would have thought she'd be better with a sword, but this is the game. So grenadiers. So basically, they've just split up the old grenadiers, and they've made somebody a gunner, and then they've just made somebody a grenade launcher. So this is a grenade launcher one. The gunner is now the gunner. I get it. A flush special shot with a +30 aim. But 50% reduced damage. If it hits, the target loses... If it hits, the target loses -10 defense, -30 dodge, and he's forced to move. Ooh. So, she's got an ability that will force somebody to move. And will also debuff them with a -10 defense and a -30 dodge. That is different because that means that she can. I mean, the +30 aim with 50% reduced damage. I mean, if you've got an enemy again who's only got a couple of hit points, you can use the ability just to kill him, because a 30% aim is massive. Even if you do half damage, if it hits and you don't kill the enemy though, he loses 10 stamina, 10 defense, and 30 dodge, and he's got a move. Wow. The Ruthless says Gunner is early game crowd control and later a heavy hitter, especially against mechs. I'd imagine that the cannons are still the most powerful guns, like they are in XCOM, the original XCOM 2. Two more. Dan Kuva. Kuva was a specialist last game. What's he going to be? She going to be this game? She's going to be technical, which is... I think I remember these guys from the first Long War. I think they use flamethrowers, right? Technical. Our technicals are trained to use certain heavy weaponry. The rocket launcher and the flamethrower, but you can't use both, right? Can you? Okay. Yeah, so... The soldier is trained to use the XCOM gauntlet, which doubles as a combination rocket launcher and... So you get both. Wow. So you get a flamethrower and a rocket launcher all in one weapon that only they can use. Okay. The technical starts out with 1 rocket and 2 flamethrower charges. Wow, okay. So, do you go all out and make them a Rocketeer, or do you make them a because there's... Yeah, so I'm looking at the ability trees. The Striker's all about the rockets, and then the Pyrotech is all about the flamethrower. So basically, you'd either build them to master the flamethrower or master the rocket. Great, so you could build like a flame unit where you just set everyone on fire. I guess you'd want maybe one of both at least, or something like that. Wow, okay. There's so much to go over here. There's a row about that tech. About what, mate? Something I do for technicals is to swap from rifle to SMGs for more mobility. What do you mean more mobility? So wait. If you use the SMG, you don't lose as much mobility. Mobility 15 minus 3. Oh shit. You can swap to an SMG and it takes your mobility. So carrying a rifle. Carrying a rifle is the same as carrying. So SMG means you guys can move 2 spaces more. Wow. Okay, for certain characters then, if you need characters to be really fast and get around the map. Wow, okay. That's really interesting. I've got no pistols though. I thought they said I had pistols.
Something most people would trade anything for. I just hope they see it that way.
They suffer accuracy multipliers at long range. Ooh, wow. There's so much here, guys. There's so many more builds you can come up with. So you could give somebody an SMG and have them be like a really fast unit, and then you could have them use all the pistol abilities at the bottom of the trees. Wow. Rocketeer, was it? A row about Striker. You scroll past it. Just looking at some of these abilities. Fire in the hole. Your rockets are more accurate. And they do 2 more damage. Concussion rocket. Fire a special rocket that does low damage but impairs organic enemies with its area of effect. So that's like a stun rocket. So the technical is more like crowd control then. Or doing damage to multiple enemies all at once. With the flamethrower or the rocket launcher. Javelin rocket. The range of your rockets is increased by 6 times your max hit target. By 6 tiles and your main hit targets. Wow, okay. So this is the like Overwatch but with your rockets. Bloody hell. Bunker buster. Fire a special rocket that... The roofer says, and I do the same thing with bombardiers. Your main damage is your rockets and flamethrower and grenades on bombardier. So the furthest you can move, better that you can get your range into range with them. I mean, flamethrower is going to be short range, isn't it? So I'd imagine you have to get pretty damn close to them. Right. God, this is a lot. I'll be lying, lads. It's a lot to take in. I like it, but I'm also overwhelmed by it. John Cena's the last character. John Cena's going to be a specialist. Really? Going to be my pick. So my favourite classes in XCOM 2, the base game, is a specialist. What can these versions do? They can hack, obviously. They start... Oh, they flat out just start with combat protocol. Haywire protocol. That's... They start with... Oh, so they start with these abilities. Interesting. Yeah, so they start literally with all the abilities you normally have to... That makes them very, very, very... important. Submission and more stuff. Wow. They've got pistols as well. Hacker abilities. Trojan. Enemy units that are hacked take damage and lose their actions on the turn that hack effect ends. Wow, so if you hack somebody, then when they get their turn back, they don't automatically come after you. They take damage. Bloody hell. God, there's so much. Airdrop. The Gremlin grabs an explosive grenade to the target. The Gremlin grants an explosive grenade to the target ally. Usable 2 times per mission. So what? It can teleport... You can teleport a grenade into an ally's hands and have them use a grenade. Does that mean I'm meant to take grenades then with the specialist to do that? Full override. Take permanent control of a robotic unit and potentially acquire advent mechs for the resistance. You can capture mechs and use them. Oh, bloody hell! Okay, I think I'm gonna have to read some guides or something, or just something, because this is so much to take in. Let's have a look at our character list, shall we? Just see the characters we're going to start with. Scott Gorman from Aliens. He's in the game. Captain Price was a character Con made. Morpheus from The Matrix is in the game. Roman Reigns, who Ryan wanted. So Ryan gets both Roman Reigns. The Rufus says, no, it supplies grenades for a soldier. For example, if you... Really? That's crazy then. So if you use all your grenades with a grenade specialist, you can give him more grenades. Wow. They've put a lot of work into this mod. They really have changed so much. Who else have we got? Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch has changed. For example, Scarlet Witch has become, well, her skin colour's changed. That's odd. I'm not sure what to make about that. You don't look the same, my dear. Weird. Swift Viper, who's Com's character. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the final boss, is in the game. Tony Stark's in the game. Doomslayer, Master Chief. Neo's in the game. So we've got the 3 main characters from the Matrix who are all in the game. He is the one. Ben Richards from The Running Man is in the game. Optimus Dermatron is in the game. And the last character who's in the game from the start is Kurt Mr. Perfect Henning, who's got the wrong hair. Very weird that the game's doing this. Yeah, for some reason, like I told you there'd be a couple of issues. Yeah, with the mods. For example, I don't know why Mr. Perfect's got sunglasses on. He never used to. So this is a problem that I knew I would have. Some of the characters are not coming through as they should be. But there we are. So I'm having to change certain things when I see them. Yeah, so some of the characters are not coming through properly. Okay, well that's the list of soldiers who are starting the game. There'll be plenty more joining, don't worry. So if your character's not there yet, I'm sure he will be. Or she will be.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration. With one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late.
I can't believe Senior is a specialist. Yeah. I suppose I could have added a mod that would let me choose the character, but I thought that was kind of breaking the rules of the game. You know, people are what they are. Long War of the Chosen help. Long War of the Chosen adds several entries to the XCOM archives that explain some of its core concepts in more detail. Like infiltration and Haven. Oh, I know a little bit about this. I did watch a video on Havens. So I do know a little bit about Havens. From what I've read. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff that I can... Oh wow, they've got their own concepts. Oh wow, they've got all their own... I'm going to have to... I don't want to do this on screen, because this could take me a long time to read through. I am going to have to, offline, read through all of these, because these look like all important information about... Resistance promotions. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through all this, guys. Infiltration. Isn't this to do with how you generate missions? Again, I think I've heard something about this throughout the years. You have to find the missions are always there, but you have to stumble across them. You have to find them yourself, and if you don't find them, you just miss them. Managing infiltration times. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read all through all this stuff. If I do it on stream, I'm just gonna be me being quiet as I try to understand everything. Okay, so I guess the base building works the same way. As always, I'm gonna start with. Is it the same facilities? It is the same facilities. I always build the resistance ring first in my games, as you guys know, so I can get the covert missions as soon as possible, because I think that's really important. So I'm assuming I'm going to do the same things, but whether or not any strategy that I've got in this game, I should not be relying upon, because this is a completely different game. So it's like there should be something maybe I build. Like, it looks like to me the training center is much more important in this game. Because without it, you can't learn the other abilities. Without it, you can't learn any of the pistol abilities. Infirmary. Okay, I think the infirmary works the same way. The Guerrilla Tactics School will unlock an officer training path. As an officer training path. Okay. I'm going to build a resistance ring. I'm going to follow what my instincts are. I still think that you probably need to... Oh yeah, I've got no engineers. Right, of course.
Commander to the research labs.
Is research the same? I'm going to guess it's not.
Impressive.
Don't need to watch the cutscene. Okay. Basic research. Rather than pursuing, we can spend a period of time focusing on improving our research. It will not be a brief effort, but when finished, we will be more efficient in our future research efforts. Wow, so you can research a way to make your research better. 22 days? Oh, that can't be right. I mean, I know this is Long War, so I know the game lasts a lot longer. There's still 22 days to get the ability to do research. I mean, I suppose if you've got nothing else to research, you could, but is that something you would do? Spend 22 days of time to research a way to do your research a bit better? I guess? The Rufus says, so each region when contacted has a base camp. If you can call it that. Each one has civilian soldiers in them. That's these havens, isn't it? Intelligence, yeah, supplies, yeah. They're the different jobs, aren't they? The start of you want to just put them on in intel. which is what increases the chances to yes, that's what I've heard. You need to put them on intel and then so they can discover missions, right? That's right. Yep. Okay. I didn't even know what to start researching first on this. I'll just do resistance communications.
I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately.
6 days.
I'll send word when it completes.
Engineering wants to speak to me. Seen the cutscene. Items. What's this? Shaped charge. A small directed explosive designed to knock down walls. Okay. I suppose that would be useful in certain missions if you want to kind of like get through somewhere and there's no windows. It is a little weird. I suppose if you've got enemies behind. Wait, is this just the equivalent of blowing up cover then? Is this what you use instead of grenades to blow up cover then? Okay. Putting a haven to supplies is something you want to do after you liberate a region. Oh, so the sooner you put everyone in intel, the sooner you can liberate the region, then you put them on suppliers. I can't build anything other than the shape charge.
I wish we had a simulator for Bradford to practice on. If he crashes this ship, I might just hand him over to Advent myself.
This will be a shorter stream tonight, guys, because I'm starting to get really tired. I've been up a long time. And learning new mechanics when I'm tired is probably not a very good idea. Do I really want to open the world map and get bombarded with a lot more changes, or do I want to like cut my losses and fight when I'm a bit more awake and focused? Let's have a little look.
Commander, good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry. Not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.
The black market is literally appeared right away. Wow. When am I back on? I'm not sure. I'm probably going to do this probably tomorrow night. I'm not going to hammer it like I did the other XCOM game, because it's going to be too long a series for me to consistently do it every night. I am going to go and have a little bit of a read though. I'm going to offline. I'm going to go and read all those concepts that the game showed me. I'll make sure I'm going to read through all that.
Avenger plotting new course.
Barrack status. What's this? Barrack status. Oh, it tells me the status of.
Shackles of alien oppression, and through discipline, we have survived. We don't rely on the aliens' technology, and we would never live in their cities. We are the hunters. We move in the shadows, and we won't sleep until the last.
Resistance location. Okay, this is the Reaper base. Review your haven. Havens are essential to your campaign as they are used to find missions in a region. In addition, you can only contact regions that are connected to the existing haven. Click on the button shown on the left to open the haven management screen. Where this? What's all this numbers? STR1 V1 F1. Well, STR surely means strength, right? That's what it normally means. F1 V1 and F1. Okay. Haven management. Havens are home to a collection of rebels who can undertake several tasks. Recruits rebels and rookies. The more rebels that are on a job, the more you get from it. Keep your rebels on intel for now. Even the game tells me to keep it on intel. Okay. Haven advisors. Check on the box labelled 1 on the left to assign an advisor to the Haven. You can assign one of a soldier. Okay. So you can put a specialist in charge. Scientist improves intel. But if they do that, then they no longer research for you. So basically you're losing research to have them get intel. Interesting. Engineer improves the supply job output. So they get you more money, basically. Detects faceless. Oh, I've heard about this. Yes, there's faceless on missions, isn't there? There's faceless who infiltrate your bases. That's right, I've heard about this. Ooh. So if you leave a soldier there, you can find out if you've got any spies. Wow. So you just put, surely you just put a soldier in charge of everywhere then. So we've got 6, well, rebels, I guess. They're all on intel. Mission finding power 36%. Intel, recruit, supply, hiding. Intel, recruit, supply. Surely you want to have some. Don't you want to have somebody on recruit though, so you can get more days per recruit. 27 days. Supplies per day. 1.2. That can't be right. If you put somebody on a supply mission, all they get is 1.2 supplies per day. Why would you bother? 1.1 supply per day. Okay. The game says keep them on intel, so I'll keep them on intel, I guess. My instinct is to put somebody on recruit though, because obviously you want to get as many rebels as possible, right? So if you put it on recruit, then you'll get more of them, which gives you more intel and. Maybe the game doesn't want me to change these yet. Okay, I'll leave it on intel like the game wants. Oh, so you still have to scan stuff then, do you? There is still scanning in the game. Black market 24 hours. Okay. Alright. Normally you have to wait 2 months before you get the black market. Interesting.
Market is open.
The last thing I want to do is sell any of these corpses, do I? Rufus says, you don't want to do recruit to begin with, you need to find those missions. You can get recruits from missions. Okay. Oh, they sell a lot more. Look at this. Some of our characters have appeared in the game as NPCs. Kevin Owens can be a shinobi. Lara Croft can be an engineer. And Slyfang can be a scientist. Ah. Oh, you buy them with supply. Oh, they've changed it. You no longer have to. You no longer buy stuff from the black market with intel. You buy it with actual supplies. Wow, they've changed it. Interesting. Okay. So, intel is not used for the black market anymore. Tempted to buy a scope. Do I want to waste supplies buying a scope? But a scope seems really important for my guys who can't shoot. I think we're just going to wait. I don't want to burn through all my supplies and then need them to do something. I guess I just well, there's nowhere for me to go. There's nowhere for me to scan. I guess I just go back to the Reaper base because I've got no there's nothing for me to scan, so.
Setting course for the Eastern U.S. precinct.
Scanning at this site with steady. Okay, let's do that then. First mission discovered. You want an engineer or scientist, preferably an engineer. Yeah, but is it worth me spending all my supplies to buy an engineer? Because that's how much the game's asking for. It's asking for like 80 supplies or something. I'll be left with no money if I do that. You have detected your first mission. Your next step is to assign a squad to infiltrate it. Most missions have an expiry date and infiltration takes time. Improve your odds for reaching 100% infiltration by putting more rebels on the intel job. Scanning at a haven with the Avenger will contribute 4 rebels worth of intel. Wow, so they want you to actually go back to base and scan, and then you find. I guess that makes sense, I guess, but. Wow. Okay. So it's worth buying an engineer. Hmm. Right, so as you can see, we only get one mission at a time now when we find the mission. Mission briefings, mission exploration determines how long you have to infiltrate the mission. The more mission intel you generate from the rebel intel job, the easier you detect missions and the longer you have to. So basically, the more intel jobs you've got at your headquarters, your havens, the faster you find these and the more time you've got to infiltrate. Mission expiration 9 days, 19 hours. And you build buildings faster. Yeah. No, I can see your point. I can see your point. Enemy numbers. The enemy scouts shown on the left is an approximation of how many enemies will be on the mission if you reach 100% infiltration. Not reaching 100% results in more enemies on the mission. So if you don't get to 100%, more enemies spawn on the mission. Each soldier you bring increases the timer. Oh, so it's a balancing act between making sure you get to 100% before the mission fucks off. And the more people you put on the mission, the longer it takes. Oh, wow. Okay. Rewards 31 intel and a point of interest. Extremely light, 7 to 9 enemies. Max squad site 8. Objective timer 9. Oh, they tell you this. Oh, this is good. 9 turns. Choosing squads. In addition to choosing squad members that are strong enough for the mission, you also need to take into account infiltration time in Long War. Each extra squad member increases infiltration time exponentially beyond the 4th one. So basically, if you take more than 4 people, the missions start taking longer to infiltrate. Abilities like tradecraft and items like suppressors can reduce. So you can take suppressors and they reduce infiltration time. Wow, so you have to make some real close decisions if you can actually get a mission or not fast enough. Right, so this mission expires in 9 days, 19 hours. Big up to Pete in the chat. Hello everyone. Hope you're all good. Hope you're well, dude. I'm heading off in a minute, mate. Because I'm really tired. It's because I've just started crashing. And this is very complicated for somebody who's tired. You can carry 3 items as well. Wow, look at all this. Look at all this stuff. You can carry 3 items. Okay. You can manage havens from this screen. There are 2 ways to reduce infiltration times that I can think of off the top of my head. 1, upgrade from the guerrilla tactics school, and 2, officer role. What about suppressors and stuff like that? Apparently if you put suppressors on your guys, they lower it or something. It's got infiltration modifiers. So the base time it should take for a 4-man squad, right, is 5 days, 90 hours. But because I'm having so many people on the mission, it's taking 4 days extra. But 4 days extra should be okay, shouldn't it? I'll be at 100% by then. I'm not even sure who to take on the mission. Obviously, I want to take a couple of promoted guys, but I want to take some rookies as well, don't I? You've got more than enough firepower. Mission of squad infiltration. It's only letting me take 6 guys anyway, right? That's all I'm allowed to take anyway. How can I, I'm just trying to figure out the controls. Yeah, I want to do this. How do I get to the guys behind me? Because I don't want 8 guys on the mission, so how do I get rid of the guys in the back? What I mean is I've still got to see these 2 guys at the back here. My max infiltration is 200%. Hold and drag outside the portrait. Okay. I have more problem figuring this out than I have anything else right now. Oh! Oh. Okay. Oh wow. That's pretty funky. Remember that this is a mod, guys. That's pretty funky, isn't it? They've actually managed to Oh, look at this. So yeah, I can take 8 soldiers if I want. So I'm getting a negative modifier by 4 days if I take all 8 people. So I've got to work out what a good balance is. So do I need 8 people? Let's say I only wanted to take 6. Because remember, there's only meant to be between 7 and 9 enemies. So a group of 6 could probably get the job done, right? Against 9 enemies? So let's take... But surely I've only got to get the infiltration to 100% now. Why would I need to get it to 168%? So it's going to take me 5 days, 16 hours to get 100%. And if I leave it until right when the mission's about to expire, I can go in there with 168%. But what bonuses do I get if it's 168%? Yeah, but Rufus, what bonuses do I get? If I go in at 168% and not 100, what's the differences? Is there less enemies? Because if so, you might as well just do it when you've got 100%. There's no point waiting, is there? Well, let's go with 6 anyway. I don't know who to take, really. I'm going to take some rookies, obviously. I'll take maybe three normal guys and then 3 rookies. That makes sense, doesn't it? Where's my specialist? I still need my specialist. John Cena is the specialist. That seems wrong. All kinds of wrong. Assault rifles... Gremlin. So I can choose to take a pistol with me. So a pistol is only... I lose one mobility for taking a pistol, but why would I need to take a pistol if I've got my assault rifle? Unless I wanted to use the abilities. Well, I haven't got any abilities unlocked yet. Okay. Obviously got to take a med pack. Probably a flashbang grenade, right? And I like the fact that all these things are infinite. Surely you want ceramic plating, don't you? He's only got 4 health. He's going to have to take some plating, isn't he? That gives him 2 health. He's only got 4 health. Surely he's got to take that. Okay, I'm not going to take a pistol with him then. I don't really see the point of the pistols right now. And until you start getting abilities, you can use the pistols. I'm not sure what the point of them are. Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah. You need the extra hit points. I agree. Right, so you probably want to use Shinobi with assault. You want to have much speed on the Shinobi, don't you, for her sword attacks? I mean, I haven't got any equipment really to use on anyone. Yeah, pistols looks like it's a completely different kind of ball game. I'm bringing a couple of rookies along, in case. As for the... I mean, do you want grenades on everybody, or do you just want grenades on... I guess you need grenades on some people, don't you? Yeah, I think ceramic plates are almost a must-have, isn't it? You want med packs on some people, and then other people you want grenades. I think flashbangs are important as well, aren't they? You don't use grenades in the start. It doesn't matter, does it though? You can use grenades. You can use grenades if you don't, because you can't get the bodies, can you, for most of these missions? So you can use a grenade, can't you? SMG on the technician. Okay. Okay, so if I start the mission, I don't actually start the mission, do I? It's got to infiltrate. Okay, so we'll go with 6 people. According to the game, the enemy's going to have 7 to 9, which is about normal XCOM fodder. No, that's about normal XCOM numbers. Yeah, each item lowers the mobility, but it's like grenades to blow cover away. I assume it still can. Every character needs this plating, I think. Otherwise, they're going to be one-shotted. And the flashbang grenades look really useful as well, because it looks like the enemy pods are bigger. So I think the flashbang grenades are going to be very useful. So it's a combination of taking. I've got a couple of med packs as well. I've got like 4 med packs. I've got a couple of grenades. So I'm trying to have a bit of everything right now until I understand it a bit more. Because the flashbang grenades really saved me last mission. Okay, so I'm taking 3 rookies and I'm taking 3 established 3 squaddies. So squad size, because I'm taking 6 people, I'm being penalised for infiltration by 1 day and 6 hours. So basically, I should get to 100% in 6 days and 5 hours. But if I stay for the whole duration, apparently I can get it to 157. So... I'm not taking the Reaper on this mission, Cooper, but yes, you could say for certain characters... Certain characters' mobility is going to be king. 100%. So where can I see... Okay, so 6 days, 4 hours to 100%. Enemy readiness impregnable. What does that mean? Enemy activity heavy, 25 to 27. Oh, okay. No, I get it. It's 25 to 27. So if I were to do the mission right away, I'd be facing 20. If I were to do the mission right away, the game would throw 25 to 27 enemies at me. Can you imagine trying to kill 27 enemies with a group of 6 people? Kiva says, I'm definitely going to play this through as I blitzed through too much on high difficulty and it was a massacre. If you're meant to be playing on the level below you normally would play XCOM on. Rufus says, you want to take your enemies as fast as possible. So the more killing power, the better. You can launch an infiltration mission at any time, but under infiltrating makes missions harder. So it's okay. You can spend intel to boost the infiltration so it completes faster. You can abort the infiltration at any time and restart it later if the mission hasn't expired yet. Restarting 6. So if I quit the mission and then try and do it again, it goes back to 0%. That's annoying. That's why you want to go over 100%. So if I go over to 100%, I'll only have to fight 7 to 9. I understand. Boost infiltration. What does this do? After boost. Oh, so this reduces the time it takes. How much does this cost me then? I don't want to press the boost button in case I waste the resource and I don't mean to. I'm just going to wait then. Alright. I guess I will leave it there. Like I say, I am really tired, guys. I literally started crashing about half an hour ago, if you couldn't notice. I started crashing. A shorter stream. It was more of an introduction. I know we only did one mission. And a lot of it was just me reading about stuff. But this is the stuff I've got to do to try to understand all the many changes they've made. It's quite overwhelming. I'm going to have a read. I'm going to read all these files that the game's given me on that other screen. I'm going to read all of that. And I might have a look at a couple of videos as well, because I know the smallest bits. I know the Haven stuff. I kind of heard about that. I heard about the faceless infiltrating you. I kind of heard about that. But there's a lot of stuff here that I haven't heard anything about. So, I might go and have a little bit more of a research. But yeah, I will be back soon to continue because I'm very intrigued by this. I'm scared, as Cheryl rightly said. I'm scared and I'm intimidated, but that's okay. I'm also excited as well to discover that I can already tell that you're going to need different tactics. I can already tell that the higher defense ratings alone means that you have to rely on flanks more than you ever did. So I'm intrigued to see the new enemies. I've already seen a couple of different variants of enemies. I'm going to be scared to death when we come across our first Rocketeer, because I know that I'm going to have to kill him or he's going to fire a rocket and murder us all. Don't be afraid to fail. No, I fully expect to lose. I fully expect to play this and win on my first attempt. I don't expect that. It's more of a let's try than a proper playthrough. I think it's going to be. Because chances are I'll probably end up on getting my ass kicked after I make some mistakes that I don't even realise I'm making mistakes on either the tactical layer or on the world map. I'm gonna do something that seems like the right thing to do, and it's gonna end up being 100% the wrong thing. Trial and error, but that's okay. No crashes, which I was slightly concerned about because it is a mod. Turk stream, yeah, Turk stream. Okay. Well, as I said, I am anxious but excited about getting into this more. I will do it again soon, probably tomorrow night. I'm not going to guarantee it, but most likely tomorrow night. At least at the start, I'm going to play it to try to get into it, and then most likely my sessions will slow down because there will be only so much I can play without. I don't want to get burnt out on it. That's my only fear about a long playthrough like this, is getting burnt out on it. But I want to thank everyone who came in tonight, especially Kuva and especially the Rufus. Nice to see you here, my friend. Thanks for a lot of your advice. If you come back next time and I'm still on, I'm sure I'll be picking your brain. Because obviously you've got experience in this mod. So thanks for coming in, the Rufus, and nice to see you. Big up to Kuva as well. Big up to Alan and Cheryl, who were in it earlier, and Carl. And Pete as well. More XCOM. A harder version of XCOM, a different kind of XCOM, but it's still XCOM, baby. But yeah. Thank you guys again. Remember to like, subscribe. I hate doing the YouTube stuff, but I have to do it. If you could just leave a like and stuff like that, it helps push the video out, especially if it's a new series like this is meant to be. I know a lot of it was just me reading tonight. That won't always be the case. But I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to understand a lot of new mechanics here, and a lot of it is going to be trial and error. I can already see myself doing something, not realizing what I've done, and being brutally punished. I accept that's what's going to happen at some point. But I am trying to get my head around many different little finicky mechanics, which I don't really want to overlook, because I'm sure at some point I'm going to realise I should have done something ever so small and it's going to cost me something. I accept that's going to happen. This playthrough is going to be full of that. I expect to lose. I do not expect to win. I expect to lose. I don't know how often or how quick, but I do expect to lose. Yes, it will be good old fun. I think it's going to be fun, yeah. But big up again, Kuva says, nice one, Tech. I have a feeling you won't burn out. At the freshness of the game will keep you infused. Yeah, maybe so, mate. Maybe so. And he says, big up to Rufus. Nice to have someone who knows the game properly to be a guide. Yes, it is. And you're not kind of spoiling it as well, which is good. I don't want kind of spoilers, really, which I appreciate it. But by all means, advice and constructive criticism, I have no problem. I am learning a game. And when you learn something, you make mistakes. And that's part of the learning process. I'm a sore loser like a lot of people, and I will get frustrated and I will swear. I know what I'm like. Kuva's seen me do it before. But I tend to learn normally from my mistakes, so I like to think so. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. And of course, remember to look after yourselves and each other. Always be a fan. And remember, that was XCOM 2 Long War of the Chosen, baby. And this is going to blow my mind, I think. So much new information I need to process. I need to sleep, and then I need to process in that order. So yeah, please do join me again next time. Have a good night, or morning now. And yeah, see you again soon. And bye for now.